With two heavyweights going head-to-head in Week 11, who threw the stronger punch? Your Buffalo Bills winning 44-32 on the heels of an epic Josh Allen performance that, to be honest with you, didn't start out all that great. If you look here at the stats, the Bills held the ball less than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by like 10 minutes. But explosive plays came back to the Bills offense. Some big-time plays from the Bills defense and special teams all coming together for a big-time result. The fact that the Bills put up 44 points after turning the ball over early and starting as ugly as they did is a testament to their resolve, their perseverance, and it looks like as the home stretch of the season is kind of getting underway here, Week 11 in the books, heading on to Week 12, that this team is trending in the right direction. Got to show consistency. But this is one of the better teams remaining on your schedule, and they took care of business at home today. It was all because of one man. It was all because we got 17, and they do not. 6 touchdowns for Josh Allen today. 6 of them. I know you only see 3 there through the air. 3 more on the ground, including the dagger. We have 17, and they do not. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. This was not the prettiest. I know it's crazy to say. A guy's got 6 touchdowns. This was not the prettiest Josh Allen performance. There's a couple things stuck out. What about the 2 interceptions before he even got to his second touchdown in this game? The chest pass. I mean, he was getting kind of wrapped up in there in the end zone, but decides to just chest pass it inside your own 5-yard line. And then the second interception was on a 4th down play, which, was on a 4th down, whatever, but he threw that ball into double coverage when Ty Johnson was just leaking on a swing pass. Nobody was covering him. It was a 1st down and more. Easy money. There was another late down play as well, a money down, where Josh is rolling to the right and Josh Palmer was wide open on a crossing route, and he didn't hit him. He missed him pretty wide open. So this was not a perfect game by any means from the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen today, but he made the plays when they counted. Explosive plays at that, keeping his eyes downfield, hitting guys like Tyrell Shavers deep. Dawson Knox down the field to move the sticks as well. If you have this guy on your football team, it was one of my keys to victory this week, Josh Allen's got to go do Josh Allen things. And I think he got a little bit of help from the offensive coordinator today, Joe Brady. I think this is a bit of a redemption game for Joe Brady, but Josh out there driving the car, he's driving the ship. He's got to go out there and make the plays to do it when Joe Brady's dialing it up. So hats off to number 17 in his performance today. They're going to need more like that if the Bills want to go out there and hoist the Lombardi this season, man. So with that being said, if you think Josh Allen's the MVP again, make it known. Hit that thumbs up icon and like today's video because he deserves it. And the Bills are playing good when Josh Allen is doing the things that he did like he did on Sunday. Like the video if you think Josh Allen should win MVP because he's making guys like Tyrell Shavers look like superstars. And there's one receiver who we're definitely not going to talk about much on this video because he did not suit up in this game. And that is Keon Coleman. We'll have a bigger video, I think, coming out either tomorrow morning or later tonight about this situation. But Keon Coleman was healthy scratched in this game, and Tyrell Shavers made it look like the right decision. 4 catches for 90 yards, including that 43-yard score. Josh scrambling, keeping his eyes downfield and hitting Shavers for a deep shot. Clearly showing that he needs to be out there on the field more than Keon Coleman is. He's a special teams warrior. He's a good run blocker. And now he actually showed that he can be productive in the receiving game on the boundary today. Hats off to Tyrell Shavers. The Bills also had Josh Palmer come back in this game. And he didn't necessarily put up the gaudiest stat line, but just having him out there, he was schemed open a couple times by Joe Brady as well. It was great to see him. It was great to see old friend Gabe Davis as well. 3 catches for 40 yards for Gabe in this one. Josh Allen is comfortable when he's throwing to people he's comfortable with. Gabe Davis is one of them, and Keon Coleman is not. I can't believe they finally did it, but they got James Cook involved in the pass game. 3 catches for 66 yards, including a 25-yard touchdown down the sideline. It's crazy. It's almost like having your best football players on the football field will produce positive results for you. James Cook was effective in the pass game today. We'll talk about the run game a little bit later, but this Bills offense, even though it was kind of limited to being one-dimensional, having to pass the ball all day long, it's not something that they were very good at over these past few weeks. They made it happen. They executed big time against Tampa Bay. I think that they look like a contender again. What do you think? Let me know down in the chat right now. Do the Bills look like a Super Bowl contender again? You answer down in the comment section Y for yes or N for no. Because I think they did a pretty solid job limiting Baker Mayfield in this ball game, man. I mean, you make the guy go 16 to 28. He goes Bucs 73. You limit him under 200 yards passing. You turn him over as well. We'll talk about the player who did that in a moment. And yeah, he had a couple of scrambles. Like, I was a little bit upset with how much they were letting Baker Mayfield escape the pocket and run because he really hasn't done it all season long. So that was frustrating for sure. But I just can't be mad with the way that they defended this Bucs passing attack, which has been lethal all season long. You limit Emeka Egbuka to 5 grabs for 40 yards. Like, come on. That's success. That's getting Christian Benford back healthy. That's getting Tyron Johnson back healthy. That's letting Max Harrison operate the CB2 spot. Yeah, I didn't think they did the greatest job defending Sterling Shepard in this one. Went for 454, but still, I mean, only 4 completions to him. I think the Bills did a fantastic job defensively through the air in this one. We'll talk about what they did wrong on the defensive end. But speaking of who turned Baker Mayfield over, Cole Bishop continues to play like a stud, man. I mean, it's not only that he's making plays, but he's making plays when he's scaling the entire field. On the interception of Baker Mayfield, he went from the opposite side of the field, was manning up, was seeing Egbuka downfield, and then just made a ball-hawking play along the sideline. Got up and even got some yards after it as well. He has really, really, really come along more since Taylor Rapp, unfortunately, has gone to IR, and they've put Jordan Poyer back there at the starting safety spot. It's crazy, but it's working, and Cole Bishop has been a really, really positive development for the Bills as the season has gone along. Some other things that I thought the Bills did pretty well in this game was just overall the special teams department, I think, was night and day. Now, they did have Mecole Hardman go down with an injury in this game after he had fumbled after receiving a punt. Should have just caught the fair catch on that one. Cannot happen, especially a guy who's on a short leash, just recently signed, practice squad guy called up. Yeah, they're going to need that to be better if he's going to be out there returning more kicks for the Bills. But he opened the game with like a 60-yard return for the Bills' first possession. Ray Davis with multiple 50-yard returns. It was awesome, awesome, awesome stuff from this Bills return group, which has been pretty brutal all season long. One of my keys to victory as well was start with better field position. They did so time and time again. Multiple times they started past the 40, past the 50 in Bucs territory. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff to see from the Bills on special teams there. We'll talk about what the Bills did wrong in this game because it was not a perfect performance by any means. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, though, get hooked up. Holiday season's around the corner. You're going to be wanting to buy a Josh Allen jersey for your friend, for your partner, for your family. Does not matter. Holiday season's fast approaching. Everybody wants a number 17 on their back, and you can get them at here, chatsports.com/Josh Allen. This link, yeah, chatsports.com/Josh Allen. That's in the comment section and description of today's video. Go get yourself hooked up with the number 17 so you can be rocking and looking fresh on Bills game days every single time. All right. What the Bills did bad during this game was run the football. Honestly, this is the second straight week where the run game has been non-existent. And it kind of came along like, don't be fooled. It was actually worse than just the 3 yards per carry for James Cook. And it's unfortunate because that makes you one-dimensional against other teams. You're not going to be able to have as much passing success. We've already seen it so far this season. They got to get this run game figured out. Are our teams selling out for it? I think they are. I mean, James Cook's already facing some of the heaviest box looks in all of football, and it was happening again in this one. So they got to get that worked out, and I think they can get that worked out. The thing that I don't think that they can get worked out, though, is their own run defense. This is going to be a problem when Sean Tucker can go for a 106 on the ground against you, 5.5 yards a carry. Rachaad White as well was over 5 yards a touch. They rushed for over 200 yards. Again, the third time this season a team has rushed for over 200 yards against the Buffalo Bills, and I just don't think it's something that's going to be stopped. Sean Tucker had three touchdowns in this game. Sean Tucker, come on. It can't happen. Um, but I don't think there's really much of a fix coming anytime soon for the Bills. They have 6 defensive tackles healthy. Um, maybe it's Shaq Thompson getting more involved because I don't really believe that Matt Milano and Terrell Bernard are that great at this point. I think they had their best games of the season, honestly, in this one. But the run defense is putrid. Taron Johnson had a bad overcommit on one of these Sean Tucker big runs, the 40-plus yard one that he took to the crib. Like, it needs to be better, but I don't know if it can get better by the end of the season. All in all, it was a good win. They did a lot of great things, but there's still some obvious mistakes and obvious shortcomings of this football team that are still apparent in my book here. You had a bunch of penalties as well that hurt you early on. Luckily, things got cleaner as the game went along, and you come out of here with a victory. That will do it for today's edition of the Bills Breakdown, a little game recap here. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel for the latest and greatest on your Buffalo Bills as the season kicks into high gear in its home stretch. We'll see you guys all in the next video, probably breaking down the Keon Coleman stuff. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe. See you guys then. And as always, let's go, Buffalo.